Oh, I connected. Nice. Just make sure. Alright, let me send him.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead,
so
it's
this is a
Wild
continuation
Card Weekend,
of
and we've got a great one in store between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets.
Game from yesterday.
What
it got
twists and
synced.
turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs
I'm just gonna let him score.
Underway. This one fielded at the 5.
And apparently wouldn't let me just let him go.
Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Okay. So I'm gonna go into goal line. There we go, and I guess gaps all. And then I'm gonna punt him back the ball. So it's gonna be a little weird to begin with.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
Okay.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
What do you do? So that way I can let you score. Okay.
They'll give this to Bell running right.
Nope. Nope.
He'll have a first down past the 40.
There we go. Okay, so we let him score.
All the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Okay, and then
Le'Veon Bell.
I'm going to kick it back to him, and then we're going to go.
As his guys
So I
are
think
able
that's
to
what's going to
strike
happen.
first here in this opening quarter.
Yeah, just let him score.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
All right. So I'm just going to take the ball in, and then I'm going to put it back to him.
Boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
There we go.
And the punt team is out there. It's not 4th down. Maybe the cold weather here freezing their brain a bit. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22.
Okay. Now it's game on.
9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Darnold off the play fake to Bell.
There we go.
Under a heavy rush and down he goes.
Eat him up, Mario.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I don't know what he means by say less.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, foxtrot. Switch. Lady.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr, that's complete to Richard, the running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I don't know what to run. I'm trying to pick all different plays right now.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none.
Carr going to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
I forgot what play I picked.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
Ooh.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a position, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
Give me that.
And that'll wind up incomplete.
You know what
Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Coaching adjustment.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Ooh, going for 84.
Back to throw, Darnold. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
He needs to pick that up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
I like this. I feel good about this.
Darnold from the gun.
Ooh, wide open.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I think I'm sitting too far away. I can barely see.
They'll run it with Bell.
Oh, that was a good play by him.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Got a man. It's Brown. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone...
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jalen Richard, 57 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they?
Pull the head.
And off he goes.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Okay. Which one do you want? Where's the cross at? There it is.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay,
that was my
do
fault.
we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Oh, he's got a little
good
daylight.
run. Good
Past
run.
the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
I'm going to pick goal line.
So now the Jets are lining up to go for 2.
Pull him off. See if he can be open. There we go.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
So I feel good. I feel good. Now I need to actually stop his run game. I think I figured out how.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Keep it going, keep it going.
Right now, lady.
I hate that guy.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Okay, I think I can still pull this off.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow.
He is
23 yards, the final tally.
the man. I'm not gonna lie,
in
dude.
this weather,
He's my
any
favorite.
big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Dude, I
And
still
he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Express. Here I come. 29. 29. Put that down. Have me. Check 3. Check 8. Orbit.
I can do this.
To throw, it's Carr.
Whoa. Jesus
And that's going to
Christ.
be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Let's go, D.
Yes, I got him.
It's caught. Jones.
Keep running, boy.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Man, I got you. 53 is the Mike.
Carr now to throw.
They kind of
Caught by Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's try it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Okay. 5 yards. Let's put Zay over here.
Now Carr again.
Yes.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
That's what it is.
It all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The bud, that's Jawan, right?
53. Mike, 53. Hey, what to do?
I think he knows.
On first down.
He knows.
Richard.
Or Richard.
Touchdown, Raiders.
That's what I don't care.
Jalen
I'm vulturing all of
with
Jacobs'
his second touchdown here in this first half.
That's
As
what he's
they
been
are
doing.
an extra point away now from
I had that game where Josh
football
did 4
game.
touchdowns or 200 yards, and dude scored 3 touchdowns. Because he said, fuck you, I don't care.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we've got a
of course,
tie game here, a back and forth first half.
Jacobs had like 130 yards, but 1 touchdown. All right. I'm trying to cap my soda. There we go. Felt like a 3-year-old trying to do that.
This one tied at 14
I'm gonna have
now
to bring
as he
the camera
sends
back.
this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Ooh.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Dude, Jawan's not even in the chat. He knows I'm playing. Oh, because that's right. I put it on the page. Okay, here we go. I think this is
the New York offense taking over for their next possession. The Charles White touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing. It's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby
bro.
able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Now I'm disappointed. That's sad, huh? That I'm disappointed in jersey selection. Oh, yeah. Do that. Okay, it's going to number 84 right here on the cross. 2, 1. I'll take it.
So that'll back him up 5.
I'll take it. 3 viewers? Alright. Let's go. Unless that's mine counting hella late. Right here. He's running it. Right here. Right here tomorrow. No, hey, what are you doing looking back there? Just, come on, Dion. Thank you.
On second down now.
Yeah, Max.
It's Canada, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, that wasn't even bad.
That second down play nets a -4.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there,
Let's
almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous.
Yeah. Put them in QB contain. Come on, Bell. Oh, he's going to go way up here.
From his end zone, 3rd and long for Darnold. He completes this to Sutton.
Wow.
And they will finally get him down up at the 42-yard line.
Dang.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
I'm pulling you. And I have nobody. John. No, Strowman. I love Strowman. Yeah. Okay. That dude's like, I think even 74, something like that. Cover 6.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10.
Bring him down. Yeah, come on. Run out here. Run out here.
Now Bell. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 50, it's Darnold.
Oh, he's wide open.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So first and 10 now from the 30. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Now Bell stopped up behind the line as he's going to wind up losing a couple here. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
And down. No. This one. Let's go.
Here's Darnold. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Why are you moving everything around?
Hey, seam 6.
I enjoyed what I had.
55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
Mad Max, I want you to sack. Mad Max, get the sack. That's what I want.
Check. Crunch.
Hey, yo, you want to give me 5 yards?
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold.
No.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
I don't need him to win. No, I really don't.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards.
I was looking at
first
my
down.
whiteboard, I'm not going to lie. When I saw the safety didn't move back, I got excited.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's a screen to Rashard.
Dude, I wish he had
and
a
the
spin
play
move.
goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Seams. I think seams. That's how I'm feeling.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
See? Oh, look at Waller wide open. Okay, let's see this.
Here's Carr to throw.
Oh, yeah, that's picked.
And that is
thank God.
incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Cover. You're mine. 57. Mike, 57.
Again, they'll throw with Carr.
Let's go. Let's go. Go out of
Got
bounds.
his man.
Go out of
That's
bounds.
Tyrell Williams. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Halfback wheel. I think I'm going to do the halfback wheel and put the circle in a straight.
Carr now,
and then hit
9 of 11 passing in this
Renfro
first
in the
half.
corner.
He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
That's what I want.
57 to Mike. 57 to
Yeah, I
Mike.
think that's what I want.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Into the red zone, it's Carr.
Boom.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Let's try it. Don't throw the pick. Derek Carr, don't throw the pick. I swear
2
to you,
big plays
do
in
not throw this
succession.
pick.
Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
53 to Mike. 53. Check
Oh, he's
53.
expecting that. Okay, yeah, he's expecting that. I see it. I see it. Okay, Waller. This is you, Waller.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just
I'm
a
gonna take a drink
methodical
from here.
drive and
Apologize
something
for the
really to
obnoxious
take into the
sounds
lockers here.
here.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
That messed me
Out
up.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Stupid.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
84. Watch 84.
A
Watch
final
84.
shot before the break. Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
He's lagging the time.
So they will accept the penalty
I
and
don't
move
know if mine was
forward.
a lag, but mine was definitely like shitty.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10
I
at
need
the
to watch
40.
number 20. Look at it. See, both the safeties and X factors is like shitty.
Now Carr into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield
He's my
at the
favorite player
50-yard line.
in Madden right now.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that
Has
one.
that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's going to 84.
After the interception, here's Darnold.
Nope.
This one caught by Crowder.
The wrong 80.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This is what I think.
So from
I
the
think
39 now,
Darnold
they'll come up
is
on a
jealous
1st and 10.
that Carr threw an interception, so he wants to throw him
Now a
too.
first down carry by Bell. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the
That's right.
play.
despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5. Storm run Brave.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what I feel like.
Switch. The lady. Switch gears. Switch. The lady. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double
Watch
up.
Robbie Anderson.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll be
What
brought down
was
somewhat
that?
awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
You dirty bastard. That was gross.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Bell.
Oh, that
and
was
he's
good.
going to take it in for
That
a
was a good
Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Get ready.
What play have I never ran? Look at that trap. That trap looks so good.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustment. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr.
Can you drop it?
Will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's Crowder.
Ooh, good juke.
A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
I don't know what defense to run.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
That's what I would like you to do.
Get the ball. Shift.
Protect the sticks. We must protect this house.
They'll go again with Bell.
Oh, what? Dude, how am I always getting caught up?
And he'll be
I'm
taken
taking an angle and then all of a
at the
sudden I'm getting
46-yard line.
caught
A
up.
good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Check. Lucky. Red 80.
Watch.
Red 80.
Ooh. Hey, you wanna go? Let's go.
Here's Darnold.
No.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try. Darnold, he lost the football. And the Raiders
It's not an
pick it
interception,
up.
but I will take
And
it.
his
I
crew
will
will take
that.
over at their own 45-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. And the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job. To hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it with
a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Oh, we're just, throwing a deep ball.
Like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both.
Guess what? He threw 2 interceptions. So we're going to pull his ass. Old reliable. Here we go.
Okay. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Ooh, another viewer. Welcome, viewer. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell.
Of course I miss him. Wide open, and I miss.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1.
No.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
He's going to be like, oh yeah. Like, no.
They'll run on first down. Bell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I got too excited.
Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
82. Watch 82. In fact, oh, no, watch circle now. In fact, watch Abram. He's following him. Oh, what are you doing? No. No.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold.
He thinks he's open.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
My God, this 87 Bronx bastard is catching everything.
Right here.
And I'm really jealous of it.
This is Bell. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Okay, I forgot what the score was. Because, I thought I'd score.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Nope. Yeah.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Force you to pass.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right. Alex Smith has yet to come into the game because he has been subbed in. Wait, no. This is the one I want. There it is.
The Jets on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
I want you to pass the ball. Yes, pass the ball.
Switch up, switch up. Smith.
Okay. Oh, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. No way.
Open man is Anderson. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
I'm picking this. This is dead zone.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll keep it on the ground.
It's
Bell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab it.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Where's my guys? Where's my guys?
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the made field goal, Lamar back out there to kick it away.
Oh, okay, so you make a field goal like no one's business, and then you're kicking, you're shanking?
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Rock it.
Yeah. This is what
running is Jacobs.
No, Jacobs.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Henry Anderson there on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
Yeah, no, you're too slow, Jacobs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 27-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Richard.
No. Let me tell you about Richard today.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quick and fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Just gotta get him warmed up.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Damn. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Leo, go.
You know where we're going.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
No, we'll take the win yard.
Yeah, baby, boom.
Let's go,
Ball
Ingle.
down at the
Let's
one
go,
as they
Ingle.
come up after the penalty on another second and goal. And they'll
Let's
turn
go,
to the
Ingle.
power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Raiders have retaken the lead.
And you know what? We only got there because of Alex Smith's
Extra
leadership.
point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
That's what he brings to the table.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
People just play better with him.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Ooh, come on, White Bell.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Gun bunch. Yeah, let's do cover 4 lock. Drop.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Morrow's going to eat. This Kirksey's going to take this whole side over here. 3, 2, 1. 5 yards. I'll take it. Yes, go back.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell.
Oh,
and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, can you turn around, Barnett? Please?
Darnold from the gun.
Oh.
And that is incomplete.
Are you sure he wasn't going to catch that?
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to
CPU,
force it in there.
Sure?
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Cover to contain.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Okay, exit.
Can we watch Crowder?
And here we go on 4th. Darnold.
Oh,
And no,
he
it's
smacked it down.
incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for him.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit. Because I will leave openings, all right? You can sting me, but how often will they want to do that? They're going to want to run the ball and bleed the clock. I'm going after them, hoping to make a big play.
And in a sense, 3 timeouts with that 2-minute warning.
Great note right there because it was the 2 timeouts. They get a third one back.
His star was all lit up. He should have trucked him.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
If there's a formation with a counter in it, I want to run the counter.
Down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
What I like to do.
I know you felt that one.
Even though Jacobs is too slow to actually run this damn thing. But...
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You hold the block, Miller. You just hold the block.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I wonder if I can hit Williams. Oh, it was Williams this time? You bastard. Not even holding your damn blocks.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check. 53 to 53.
Stay away from Marcus Mack.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Ah.
Flushed out right.
No.
He can run for it, and he will.
Old man.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. But it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
You gonna hike the ball? Are you falling asleep?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Bring him like that. I don't think you're faster than Mullen. I don't think you're faster than Mullen. I'm not going to do that Robbie Anderson because he's an asshole and he is fast. Oh, if he gets 2 more penalties, that's he gets kicked for grieving. I know he's not asleep.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Decline.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
See, he's picking the plays, so...
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
I got plenty of time. I think he's going to try to get kicked. If he gets kicked, that's a forced win. And then all of my statistics are gone. Kicked for grieving. That's a shame. That's a damn shame. Oh my goodness, that's a shame. Cowboys have signed Rico. You, Lamia, are you kidding me? You picked the fastest. He's 56 overall. Fast 96 speed. All right. Man, now I feel so cheap, like winning that way. I wanted to win off the merit of, you know, being a grinder. Man, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna end it. I'll move on to the divisional where I play Darius starters so I can get back a reputable win since I beat him with his backups. I'm about to destroy Locke. Have a good night.